What can I say? What can I say? What can I say? 2020 has been interesting. Girl, Leah, Lukie. All right, who that? Ali, is that? I'm gonna roast him in a minute. Y'all don't understand how this right here is. This is a monumental moment right now. This is y'all haven't saw me in a minute. I didn't grow my locks further. Apparently I'm blind, so now we have glasses on.
Dang, I need to get some too.
Ali got a lot of stuff. So before we get into the actual topics of what's going on, we're gonna kind of fill you guys in on what we've been doing for these last 11 months, shall I say? So we're gonna start off with Ali. So let us know, bro, what you've been up to for these last 11 months.
Same thing. Ain't nothing changed. Only thing was we ain't been going up. It's on YouTube and it'll have you like busting up. Like, I don't even want to tell you about, but the name actually speaks for itself. So it's about Freddy Krueger and he a little freaky, you know.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. There's some joints going. It's really a hood joint though, if you get all it though. But and then I've been working on a clothing line, so I got that coming out the 1st of January.
Oh, well, you know, of course, we cannot wait to see that. I can't wait to see it. Of course, you already know I'm your biggest fan, so we definitely can't wait for that moment there. I don't know, my mic seems a little low today. I'm talking about. I just feel like I gotta lean in, like I'm short. Like that we looking forward to for the new year outside of when the official clothing line and stuff like that comes.
That's it. That's what it's gonna be.
The clothing, the focus is on the clothing.
Man, it's on that.
And of course, I mean, so the skits gonna turn into actual, bigger movies, or just gonna keep it with them.
Them skits.
Just gonna keep it that way.
That's skits. Oh, I go. Huh?
It don't be all be the ghosts that be doing stuff.
It be the ghosts.
Okay.
It be the ghosts.
Now, if y'all don't happen to see Ali after all of these are done, because we're trying to keep ourselves actively busy during this pandemic, of course. So I already know when the time permits and we're able to get together.
Yeah,
I'll be in something. But we crazy busy. You guys didn't even know a lot of the stuff that we got going on. So let me tell you a little bit about what he had been doing. I've been writing for the first time. I've actually almost finished with one of 3 of my projects with the with some.
I'm about to say you sound like you was trying to look down on what I was doing.
I don't do that.
Skits. I'm actually trying to.
I didn't do that.
Okay, almost.
I said I'm trying to push myself beyond levels.
Almost.
You see how he do me. Y'all see how he do me. The point is, Ali, I'm trying to push myself. This was about me right now.
Okay, got you.
It's
all about you.
I just had you. I gave you the moment. Now
That's love.
Oh, I tell you. But yeah, so I'm trying to push myself beyond limits. So I'm actually almost done with one of 3 of the movies that I'm actually writing right now, which of course I'm gonna have my bro Ali over here help me with finishing touches, eventually actually probably casting and actually, producing and stuff like that. So y'all stay on the lookout for that, because that is a very hard, one of my hardest tasks, because I'm not a writer. You know what I mean? I have the vision. I remember I told you one day I wanted to tell you about it and how you write it. Bro was like, no, because he was like, if I write it, I'm going to take it.
It's mine.
He was honest about it. Out of shame.
Business.
He was honest about it. So I have to give him to that. So that's pretty much what we've been doing. Just staying busy, giving y'all something to look forward to in the 2021, because 2020, now that we're on those topics, has been interesting. So let's just get into it. Let's get into the King Von.
Okay, wait, because 2020, we talking about 2020 a bad year, but actually 2020 probably just the slow start of a bad decade.
I mean, it could be. It depends on just how everyone look at it.
So you just about to take this little calmness that we got now.
I don't know about all that. It's been rough. I mean, it depends on, like I said again, how people look at it. It's been a lot of deaths, whether it's personal or I've experienced a lot of deaths this year.
Okay. And
then of course those who's been, people that we've known, of course, well, not really but known as far as career-wise in this entertainment world, a lot of those deaths. And then, of course, you bring it to the rap scene and the streets. Okay, we've lost not only Pop Smoke, but now you want to somebody, now you're going towards Mo3, who was most recent, and then, of course, King Von, which was before Mo3. So it's like ways, Google and find out. But I'm gonna bring it to my boy Ali, and I'm gonna pose this question, of course. And you know how we do, Earl. Of course, you're more than welcome to chime in. with situations like this, and you're becoming successful being under the OTF family, right?
Yep.
King Von has a lot of songs out. He's worked with a lot of individuals. Y'all know he was extremely close to Lil Durk. The question I guess I want to pose is, when you're becoming successful, when you're getting that fame and that notoriety, why is it so hard to leave that street? You're signed, like most artists get signed and they still haven't, progressed and made the financial wealth to move forward. But in his case, it's not the same.
Well, they didn't stay there. I mean, they didn't live there, but 9 times out of 10, you're not gonna get whacked where you live. You're gonna get whacked where you're associated at. And even though you don't live there, you're gonna keep going back. So, I mean,
but the beefs, is it still that necessary to have the beefs when everybody on? Like, what is?
Oh
the beef?
yeah, see, that's the thing, man. You thinking the actual judgment process where you thinking in the right sense is like at that point incoherent sometimes, like they not thinking right.
So many questions. And I think one of my biggest questions is this: he had all these individuals around him. Okay, it's like I said, it's a footage that's out there, and I'll probably post it a little bit later. But it's a whole bunch of people that's surrounding King Von. It's like 4 or 5 vehicles out there, including the one that Quando was in. Right? That's providing. That's keeping the team, or whatever the case may be, whatever lingo is out there that's being used. Right. My whole thing is, how is that this man is allowed to even buck first?
It don't even matter. Like,
what are soldiers?
It don't matter, Joe. Like, if you would have just brushed that, if you would have just brushed it off and been like, I don't even care, because you'd have went over there, then one of your homies would have got whacked.
Maybe not.
No, maybe.
It depends on
you got whacked.
On who's the target though. Apparently, King Von was the target
because he was the first one there. That's why you got hit.
Who was the first one? No, all of them was there. He was the first one. But he was
5 deep.
Who over that 5 deep?
Dude wasn't that deep. His homies wasn't that deep, but he just had hammers.
You talking about Quando people?
Yeah.
Quando and them was in the car.
See what I'm saying?
Right. But I mean, their motive was already probably ill anyway. But all the individuals that was around King Von, my whole thing is, you got all these people. True. Now, I mean, like I said, there are different footages that show that is true. Now, I have to commend the young man that actually he didn't really move too far from King Von. I mean, true enough, he didn't know who had guns, who was busting or whatever the case may be. But he stood his ground the best way he could. And when he was able and saw that opportunity to swing on who they're saying is allegedly Quando, he swung on that individual a few times and got him off King Von. A lot of people had information, well, I'll just say misinformation on the nature of how he passed. They were saying that, he could have survived, but I think because they kept in safety trying to move him or whatever. But because the SUV wound up moving back, and they wasn't sure if that person was trying to hit him or not. So they moved him, and then of course his car came. Now they're gonna circulate it, and it's like, why? Why are you doing it? For some money? Now your life could probably be in danger. Now you're probably trying to find a way to stay safe when it's too late. Your face is out there now. They know where you work. It's not gonna be hard. You got Instagram and Facebook police. You can't hide.
No, once it hit that joint,
it's over with. Once your name
straight when it hit that,
dude, it's over with.
It's over.
Now, I don't know too much on the story with Mo3. So apparently he's Dallas rapper. He's signed to Lil Boosie, and he was also another rapper that's actually was making a big name from himself. Now they say prior to like a year ago, he actually got shot in the head. Vehicle to run, and unfortunately he was shot in the back of the head, and that's what took his life. And
so the car didn't drive no more?
I'm not sure. Maybe he just wanted to. I don't know why he got out the vehicle. Maybe it was undrivable, but still, I don't really know why you would get out the vehicle though, because you have a vehicle with someone there that administrated the CPR. They're not sure if it was someone in
the I seen them doing that,
or if it was another bystander. They did say someone else did get struck, which is not in critical condition, but he did get hit with one of the bullets. They don't know if it was just sprayed or if there was an individual that was in the car with Mo3. But the whole point is just, you have these artists that could be rise of fame, if that makes sense. I mean, the talent is there, and then census acts like this. It could be old beef, new beef, beef that had nothing to do with them, but they were still affiliated with whomever the beef is. You know how it with me. Is that even necessary? That's the question. Is it necessary?
Nope.
But yet, sometimes they live like that. But I don't really everything. Oh, that's over there by the back of my cousin's house around the corner, like they did with 6ix9ine. They knew exactly where he was, and he was in protective custody, and they knew exactly where he was, and he had to leave that location. So it's like you really, that's just like us. We know our areas, especially if you lived there your whole life. I would know everything and anything. Then better yourself. You don't have to stay in the hood, and that doesn't even make you a sellout. It just means you're choosing your future. That's the purpose of your trying to have, because you're able to do it. A lot of people would love to be in these shoes that some of these people have. And
I mean, I get it, but like, okay, unless they was doing something that got them killed, like what they was doing, how they got killed was really like an isolated incident.
mm-hmm.
It wasn't gang related, it wasn't drug related.
True.
You know what I'm saying? But okay, with Mo3, we don't know why these moms shot your whip up, or if it was road rage. Like, we don't know yet.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? But like, it wasn't like y'all got shot in the hood. You now, if you got shot on the E-way because something you did in the hood, then yeah.
Well, it was, as far as with King Von, it was rumored that he couldn't come back here.
Well, that's everybody. We already know why.
Yeah.
You
know, so I know
of
course, you know him, and you know, on the trial for that. And as far as Lil Durk, a lot of people was trying to come in Lil Durk saying that, you know, why you didn't say this man. Let's just be clear. Lil Durk was in Houston.
What you mean save him?
I don't know. That's what they're saying, like, why you didn't say this man. So I'm trying to understand. Maybe they thought Lil Durk was there in Atlanta. But just to be clear, Lil Durk was in Houston. So even if he was, they only be responsible for your own actions. And again, maybe it would have went a different way had he not swung first, but he was approached. So it could have been a defense.
It's going to be seen as that.
What, King Von?
Mm-mm.
You talking about who?
Rondo. They're gonna use that as self-defense.
Okay, even if that was with Rondo, what's his name? Lil Tune?
I don't know who that is.
The one who shot.
I'm lost with all the tunes and the.
It's either Lil Tune,
but that's his brother. Use that as look at all these bodies. Man, it's just gonna be.
Nope. The one who shot him.
I feel you. I'm just telling you what they gonna use.
The one who shot him, which is the one that they caught, that's already in jail. Lil Tune, whatever, yeah. Right? He gonna go down because they're still gonna look at it as excessive force, because he had a gun. He was the only one, allegedly, and he shot and he actually killed. And then he actually got shot. So we'll have to see who else. They said that no one else in King Von's camp had guns, so they were trying to understand how he was shot. So they saying that maybe the police did it. We're not sure. Did you hear about?
Did say they.
Now, did you hear about the false reports though on the police? So apparently Chicago police chimed in and made a report saying, all right, so we're gonna move a little bit forward with that. 2020 and now Trump. It's funny to me. I think it's just hilarious. So now Trump has decided to go forward with this case. So they're out, and then, you know, I think it was Milwaukee or Wisconsin. I'm not sure, but it was like two others. But the biggest one, of course, was Pennsylvania, and Pennsylvania's like, yeah, we're done with this. We're not gonna move forward. So the problem is Trump is acting like a baby, and he don't want to concede. So therefore, he's doing all these recounts, which still is coming into Biden and Harris' favor. What do you think when you heard about
put it on the local for what?
You could have wrote my name in.
I wrote Harriet Tubman in that Turner name in there.
But you could have wrote my name in there. Nah. You could have actually added my name in there. You could have had all. I believe they said a total of 50,000, between 5,000 or 50,000. I believe was for Kanye West, 2024 against whoever's up as well. Well, most likely Biden, of course. So it'd be Biden, Kanye West, and Trump still making money. But the point is, if you look at it all, I mean, like I always try to tell a lot of people, you know, the president is not really for the people, period. If that was the case, we wouldn't be without any financial something.
So you vote for somebody that's not for the people? See,
I mean, I put my name on it.
I just voted for like the local level. You know what I mean? And then half them people I didn't even know who they were.
This is true.
I meant to get a list. Though. I meant to get a list where I would have seen like who was black. I mean, I don't care who was black, And then I'd have been able to go down and listen like brother, brother, sister, sister, brother, sister, brother,
But they're
brother.
not always brother, sister, brother.
I know it don't
Feel
matter.
me?
It don't even let me go ahead and throw because I can tell you now, the other one definitely ain't a brother.
I don't know. They all suspect right now.
Everybody
Now,
is.
now the one
Willie
thing I do
Wilson,
want
I
to
voted
see,
for
I
Willie.
want to really see if Biden is really going to sit with Q. I'm curious to see. I mean, I'm just curious to know what that conversation would be back. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
would
yeah,
love to see a
they
fly
need
wall.
to throw some money out there, you know. Like he said, specifically for us.
Yeah, absolutely.
But at the end of the day, man, Jesus ain't gonna save you. And
So
white dudes
my
gonna
question
save
is
you.
this: with all these shutdowns, right?
Now you just cut me off.
My bad.
Let me say this. Take that back. They ain't gonna say you. Only person gonna say you is
Against our rights, unconstitutional. Because what is it benefiting? We understand that the virus is real, but then it's like, okay, the shutdowns. You know, you're not giving us any money to even.
Yeah, that's crazy. Like, oh man, at the end of the day, man, we should have bought some land, man, and just said, man, you walk up, man. You know what I'm saying?
Just get some land,
man, and start just doing a
stay-at-home order now.
That's right? An advisory, man. They advise I'm just saying,
you, man. But at the end of the day, you want to do that, but yet you're not giving anything for these. You know, like I'm an essential worker. Obviously, y'all see us, okay? But we also essential workers outside of this radio, and it's like at the I am.
Yeah,
but outside of this, right?
Right.
So they look like we're not going to shut down. I'm not finna do it. It's not finna happen, right? And I understand that because it's like, you know, what happened to the protection of the people? You know what I mean? You're not giving them nothing. So the only thing that's gonna be left is gonna be like maybe a few Walmarts, gas stations, and essential places. That's
wait, so like all restaurants are closed. I mean,
they supposed to, or unless they have outside dining, and they do. Not everyone.
I know, but like I went all through the West Loop, ain't nothing but outside dining, and they got tents set up with personal heating things.
But that's really more towards those that have that. You know what I mean? They have.
But you still got the option though. The only thing that'll really keep you afloat is you got the option to order in. You know what I'm saying? Order out.
Takeout, like delivery.
Yeah.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
If you're not bringing in enough revenue for that, because even then when they were able to come into the actual, we got to shut y'all back down. So my thing is, if the restaurants are still in compliance, why not leave them alone? They got masks. Everyone has it. The thing is, if you go in there and you don't have no symptoms, and then they test you, and then you boom, you got COVID, but you have no symptoms. How is it? I believe that anytime you walk in there, you just got COVID.
You got it.
You just got COVID.
You got it.
What you doing? Nothing. I just, felt sick. I felt like I was queasy.
Got it.
I was hungover and I was don't get it twisted. But I do believe those numbers are extra. I do believe that they fabricated like a mark. I do. Ain't no way every time you turn around it's 10 news and add it to whatever y'all trying to get, and whatever you can get close to, add the 300 billion to it and give the American people. Because mind you, by the time you do come up with a stimulus package, it was almost like $10,000 or something like that for like the month, and then that would have held some over, especially those that's working. And then of course you still had the unemployment. That would have held them over a little bit until they figured out if they was going to do another CARES Act, or if they was going to open us back up, or whatever the case may be. You figure person's rent ain't homeowners, stuff like that. That would have held them over. I mean, it had just happened. Plus, you was already probably still getting your last 2 weeks check anyway, and grant a person. That would have held over. You would have been fine right now.
You'd have been beyond fine. Come on,
right?
Man.
But I'm just saying.
I mean, 10,000 per person.
That was because instead of you taking the money and really giving it to these big corporations who already have insurances, I'm just saying, right? Okay. And you put it in like the small businesses in America, would have held everybody. Or even if you got a big corporation, that still would have held you over until they determined what they was going to do. Now I ain't gonna say it's gonna keep you out of debt, but you would be nice.
Yeah, I ain't saying give the American people $25,000-$30,000 neither.
Yeah, but that you would have been on. Command you, this had just happened.
I get
you'd have been good.
The country is in the debt that it's in now because you got cats walking around with $500,000 pensions. There with
$300 billion and ain't even touching.
I get that. We could put that in. We can put that in like. And we could put it into businesses and things like that, and like check it out. Like the city is like what, $1 billion in debt or something.
Probably more.
Like that. A few more. You know what I'm saying? They said probably more. It's sad. Just saying. Boy, they sad.
We've been in debt since we. Boy, listen.
Joe.
It's been
never seen a
because
surplus.
that's what they would suffer. I'm like, okay, but we still suffering. I mean, you said that like what?
It's gonna keep going.
You know, you got you old people that's over there in the seats trying to debate and then came up with
Ben Carson.
What?
I promise you, if I ever see you, Ben.
Ooh, that was the look. You see the look? You see it?
You feel me, Ben?
That's how you feel.
All that furniture you bought up in there, $10,000-$20,000. I'm gonna piss on it. No, I'm just playing. Don't come from me, Secret Service.
You got problems, but yeah, like it's amazing how even though they could have just because they could have did a standalone acts, they could have took that $300 billion and gave it to the American people, and then after the selection or whatever they want to do, came back and start doing their negotiations.
But they got to build some type of system where it can keep out the scammers too, because you know the finesse is sliding right in.
Of course. But I mean, this would just been like the same, like the 1,200, 5,000, or whatever. That's this bill over here could be for the small business. So they're considered the standalones versus one big, CARES Act or whatever. But they didn't want to do that. Pelosi felt like 3 or something or whatever the case may be. So they're off by numbers. But it's like, dude, the American people, y'all killing them because y'all over there.
It's a governor. You know how much dude worth?
I don't.
And a man's worth $250 million.
Why?
I don't know, and you fat. I'd have never been worth like that, man. If you take money out of politics, man, we'll be straight.
Now that I agree, because then it won't be so selfish. Because I think if we would hurt them, if we hurted them more and came at their money,
their pockets,
then they will feel some kind of way. Because it's like you're at home not understanding that you have people that's been out. It's been what 6 months in the unemployment. I think it went from 600 to 500, and that was up to the state that you're in to provide the rest of the 200, I believe. So I want to say 400 or something like that. So the state that you're in had to add the additional funds, and then that's going to end in by December some change. And then those who had the rental problems, that's all going to be over with as well.
School loans, everything.
Everything.
I got to call them tomorrow.
That's all right, though, man. But the point is, everyone is not still able to provide income because you are still able to work. We're talking about those actually. I think those that was really more so in big restaurant chain. For those that's a more smaller entity, they're hurting. These companies that had to lay off hundreds and thousands of people, and then all they got to rely on is this 400 and whatever money that their job is giving them, which is also going to exhaust.
Yeah.
So everything is exhausting itself, and yet no one is trying to provide.
So what you think they gonna do? Like, you think they gonna give up more money or what?
Well, I mean,
Biden
has a plan, but it's really, again, just like Trump had one. He was talking about, hey, get American people money now, but it's still the debate between the Democrats and the Republicans if they don't come. So with that being said, Pelosi's back at it again, trying to get it going. Biden is already coming up with something to give more money instead of just the 1,200. He's trying to up it to maybe those that would get 1,200, maybe the double. Again, you still got $300 billion that has not been touched from the original CARES Act. So it's a possibility, but again, you never really know because Pelosi's like, I'm not backing down. I want this specific amount. And then I'm so upset that Mitch McConnell wound up getting reelected. That hurt my entire soul.
Who?
Mitch McConnell. Yeah. I'll be staying on. I actually know these people's names. Horrible.
I see.
Horrible. I know. It's a horrible, horrible moment, but somebody gets to do it. Earl, let me ask you something. If you were in a situation where, and for y'all who don't know who Earl is our engineer, but he always have that other for him. How do you feel about this whole not giving these small businesses or even American people any financial support?
Crazy. And not only that, they're raising taxes at the same time.
I forgot about that.
Keep that in mind. So they're shutting everything down, but raising taxes. It's crazy.
Still have families to support. Are you with that, or do you still feel like they should because of the COVID?
I think everyone has to make their own decision, in my opinion. Because some people just can't afford to shut down. I mean, because if you shut down, you may not open back up.
Yeah.
When we shut down, hey, I was very, very, very scared that we weren't going to open back up. So every business, they have to, I don't know.
Now,
it's just a sad situation.
And just did the standalone, which I know you was hearing standalone bills for the American people, as well as maybe like the small business owner. Do you agree that they could have done the standalone business like all day? It'd be so funny when I listen to Earl when he be coming all like urban and hip. It'd be so funny. Not saying Earl that much older than us, but it's just funny. I just look at him like an uncle. You know what I mean? But it was just something that I had to think about. And of course, I thought about Intellectual Radio as well, because it's a Black-owned company, of course, and it has it's a small business as well, and of course, everyone is
we not shutting down.
trying to tell you.
Period.
But
now,
that's
we will limit the amount of people that can be in the studio, but we ain't shutting down. We just can't do it.
But see, that's my whole point. If you go into the guidelines, like I was saying earlier, if these restaurants that was doing the 20%, that made sure that every other table we would bet, they don't get that. Instead, they're sitting on $300 billion.
I need that SBA loan.
Did you get one already? Oh. What about those loans? Were you able to qualify for those?
No.
Wow.
I didn't get a dime.
You know what? They have some, and I meant to tell you guys that's watching and listening, and then I forgot to tell you as well. So the
who?
National Urban League or Chicago Urban, something. I want to say national. I could be wrong, but I know it's Urban League or Negro Urban League. So I'll get more information on that and Negro League, something like that. But anyways, that one, and then they're doing it for minorities as well. It's another company that was doing it. I did hear it on the radio yesterday when I was out, but I'll give that information for those who need some more financial help. Again, it doesn't hurt to apply. You never know. You just never know. So that's important if you guys need it. And then it's so much stuff out there you guys can Google to get any financial help. Some is better than none. They made it with information on how to get financial help as long as it's available until they determine what they're going to do with these stimulus packages that no one had. Even with the HEROES Act and the essential workers, I didn't even get that. I stopped hearing about that in entirety. Already took that essential worker pay and they kept it. Yeah, you never know. Greed is greed. Money is and will always be a hell of a drug. I'm just being honest about that. But with that being said, y'all, next week we're gearing up to have a chef cook on the show. So hopefully he ain't got to be on the show on the 27th. Okay, so it's already gonna be, and we're gonna be doing that via Zoom. So you guys that normally chime in on my Facebook lives and stuff like that, you'll be able to see the actual interview face to face with her on our Zoom call. And then those, of course, it's on Netflix, called Walk Away from Love. So if you haven't saw that, I think you should check it out. And she was on a Ricky Smiley show. Right. So if you don't know what that is, just Google that show and you'll see who I'm talking about. And then if you need a good Netflix movie to watch, it's definitely African American cast.
Like for the blacks right now.
Really?
Yeah.
Earl, how many shows you can watch since we've been in this pandemic that's been on TV? You've been Netflixing for real or not? I heard.
That's the bomb.
I gotta watch that.
You got Lovecraft Country.
I heard.
Oh yeah, I heard.
I just really got with P-Valley. It was actually good. I thought it was gonna be overrated because everyone could say,
"What's that one cat? Is that a man, a woman, a woman?
What you think it is, Earl?
I don't know what is it.
What you think it is, Earl?
Clifford.
You know a woman look like that, Earl?
He's got like Marcus's face and the hair, but then he wear like the dresses and the.
Oh, you talking about Uncle Clifford?
Yeah.
I mean, he's a gay man.
Dude, y'all lost me. Like it was like I was watching it, and then the first.
What is that
homo thing? That's exactly.
What do you mean? That's just,
what is it?
You have men.
It's a hybrid.
You have men that's transgender. Hey, don't make me cut y'all up in here. Don't make me cut y'all. It'll get live up here. I had to turn off my Facebook Live. We will not go there. But you have men that are
hybrids.
That's gay that don't want to transgender. That's just what it is. I mean, it is what it is. That's just like me. I am a female, as you can see, body, and all that. Mm-hmm. And my demeanor is more masculine, but that doesn't mean I want to transgender. Like I'm not feminine, so I'm not gonna dress feminine. I'm very tomboyish. Okay, I'll use that word, and that doesn't mean I want to be a transgender. That just means I like what I like. I'm comfortable in the skin that I am, and he is. And I don't know if it's just a character that He plays.
Man, he wild for
his
that.
love interest.
He wild for that. I still
How?
Like,
I mean,
don't get me wrong. That's for him. I'm telling you how I feel. That's for him though.
You would go and audition for it.
Nah.
So again, for those that auditioned for it,
that's why I told you I couldn't do it. Regardless, I was just saying I couldn't do it.
They're gonna make me cut that up in here,
man.
They're gonna make me cut them up in here. You know,
I don't know. I'm gonna just follow the Denzel path and the Morris Chestnut path and the Harry Belafonte path and the
this guy here,
Spike Lee path.
This guy, I don't really know him, y'all. I mean, I know him. You do? I do.
She do. Don't let her act brand new. I talk
like I want to act. It's a new dawn, new day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a little bit. Well, I don't know, you guys. All I do know is that we are back. It is good to be back. Can't wait to see Juan. I believe the lineup that's in the inbox. Now, I was talking to Ali about him. You know, we were talking about Mr. Dell, who was with 3-6 Mafia. We were talking about him, and then I want to say his name was Riley Jr. I can't think of his name, but he was Ready for the World. So I'm definitely waiting for his people to hit me back so we can have his interview. I think it's gonna be dope. I need him to sing "Oh Sheila." I definitely need him to sing that. Okay.
Oh Sheila.
And it's a few other songs that the "Love Me Down." I need him to sing all of them because those are my joints. You know those songs, Earl? See, I love Earl. Earl is just like old times. I can't wait to have him on the show. So I'll let you guys know when that is definitely gonna go into play so we can have him on the show so we can discuss all of those hits. Hopefully he'll sing them. We'll have to see. We'll have to make sure his publicist is okay with that. But other than that, it's going to be a nice comeback. The comeback show is going to be dope. What do you think? Sound for like the rest of the day?
Don't do that.
First off, Ali, you will not have that face. Earl, you going to help me in singing it? And he going to laugh. See how they do me? Kamal, I see you on there, man. Shout out to everyone that's tuned in on my Facebook Live for our first day back. I love that y'all is rocking with us today. There's been a lot of stuff discussed on this show, and we're still discussing stuff because, well, it's the comeback show, basically. Next week, we have more topics and a guest, and then the week after, the same thing. So y'all always stay tuned and, stay vibrant. Keep us posted on what y'all got going on as our co-hosts. And then those that want us to discuss something or hear something, you're always more than welcome to hit us up as well. What are you looking at?
I was just looking for the other guy. Don't worry about it.
Oh, okay. Underlying condition. We ain't got time for that.
Yeah, boy.
I ain't got time for that.
I ain't got no condition.
I don't need no dudes. You know what I'm saying? Up in here breathing in my mouth. Trying to help me. No. I'm just playing up y'all heads. I'm just playing up y'all heads.
At that point, I'm save me.
That's okay. I was just playing. Yeah, they got
save me.
As long as it ain't somebody I don't know trying to slip me the tongue. I trust these right here. So.
I don't even know CPR, so
what?
I'm gonna just be pressing on your chest.
How you not know?
I just don't know.
Oh my God!
These people still don't know how to ride a bike.
I can't swim.
How don't you know?
He's a jerk. Earl, you know how to do CPR? Yep.
You good to go, baby?
Right now, because because I had brought that up. But look, for those artists that's out there, we might be going back into submissions for music. I will let y'all know, but the email, so get at me so we can go ahead and make that happen so we can go ahead and get some more music played in the studio. As of right now, we didn't do any today, but maybe moving forward, I might go back into doing that. So we'll discuss that in packages for you guys as well. Other than that, Ali, is there anything you want to say before we close out?
These handles in so long.
You don't know it? You don't know it?
Broken Portrait Films, everything.
Broken Portrait Films, everything. Oh, that's okay. That's that one. Check us out. Follow us on everything that we're doing. Earl, Intellectual Radio. I don't know what to tell y'all. I appreciate y'all for coming in with us. Thanks for having us back, Earl. Missed you. No homo, but a little homo. Y'all already know I'm sitting here with that thing. I'm your girl, Little R. That's my man, Ali, man. We appreciate y'all for rocking with us. Media exclusive, 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. Central Standard Time, IntellectualRadio.com, our radio station. I am out.
Ain't no coming down, 'cause I'm so fly forever, high. Ain't no coming down, 'cause I'm so fly forever, high. Ain't no coming down, 'cause I'm so fly forever, high. Ain't no coming down, 'cause I'm so fly forever, high. Ain't no coming down, jump so fly forever high. Rebel way up, I stay up, I'm forever high. Heartbreak rebel on the level, you can't verify. Wild style on the beat and I'm